Hey everybody, Roxabox90 here with day 4 of Journey into Nick's spoilers. We got a bunch of cool stuff today, including Kruphix, God of the Horizon, so let's jump in and check it out. First up, we got Kruphix's Insight, 2 and a green, Sorcery, reveal the top 6 cards, put up to 3 enchantment cards into your hand, the rest revealed into your graveyard. Flavor is amazing on this card. The Horizon is tantalizing in uncertainty and potential. The fact that Kruphix is very much integrated into the Nyx realm, more than I think any other of the gods, makes the flavor amazing. The card itself has limited application, obviously. Probably will see some play in Pauper, EDH Commander. I don't really see it being a main board card for more powerfully built decks. And Standard, very unlikely. But I think you could consider this for an F&M build if you want to make something that's not super competitive but a lot of fun. This card might be able to work for an enchantment-based deck. Then we have Kruphix, God of the Horizons. 3, a green and a blue for a 4/7, which is very much like Phoenix. Indestructible as long as you devotion the whole thing. You have no maximum hand size. If unused mana would empty from your mana pool, that mana becomes colorless instead. So that is totally not what I was expecting. That's very interesting. Obviously, you have no maximum hand size screams EDH Commander. That's really the focus because that's a format that relies on large hands, card draw, and that kind of stuff. You have no maximum hand size. It's like Reliquary Tower, another Reliquary Tower for decks that want it. I think that's very good. It's indestructible also, which makes it hard to get rid of. And Sphinx's Rev is still in Standard, at least for now. This card could very well work with that if you're running a Bant build. That could definitely work. If unused mana would empty your mana pool, that basically mana doesn't empty from your mana pool, it's just converted into colorless. So you could potentially store and force that mana into Sphinx's Rev or into any X spell. So there was a counter spell recently printed that has X in its mana cost, and of course Mistcutter Hydra. There's lots of cards that you can feed the mana into to make them really big. The question is, do you really need to be doing that so much by playing him turn 4 or 5? I don't know standard application. I think he might have some shot in Bant decks, maybe even some F&M built Simic decks, but he's going to be narrow for standard. That's my initial prognosis, but Prophet of Kruphix could definitely also work with him. If you have Prophet of Kruphix in play, then on their turn, you play him, and things become ridiculous very, very fast. So he and his Prophet are the perfect. I'm tripping on the IX, but they are amazing together. And I think he's very interesting, very cool. I don't know if he's met expectations of what you guys were expecting, but I think he's very, very neat, and I like that they considered EDH Commander in one of the gods, because it seems like a lot of the gods were not at all designed with an EDH Commander thought. So I'm very happy that they have at least one of the gods that's thought focused that way. My deck's going to love it. Spider-Mogus, 1 red for a sorcery, deals damage to a creature equal to the number of instant or sorcery cards in your graveyard with Scry. Okay, it's sorcery. It's sorcery speed. That's what the main thing I think that will prevent it from being a major card in Standard even. But it is a very powerful removal for control decks, and I don't see it really having any legacy application or vintage application, personally, but it could see some play maybe in Modern. It's a very powerful removal spell for very cheap with Scry. So it's very, very cool. I like it. We'll have to see if it actually becomes anything, though. Then we have Interpret the Signs, 5 in a blue, Scry 3, real top card, draw cards equal to that card's mana cost. I'm willing to say this is an EDH Commander card, but I hate the fact that it must be in the top 3 cards. So this is more, there are better cards. There is another card that I'm going to put right here in the video, you guys can see that is strictly better for EDH Commander 99.9% of the time. Yes, it is a rare, but you know it still is. This card is probably going to be for cheaper decks, and that's about it. Otherwise, I don't really see it seeing play. It's just too expensive for what it is, and we still have Sphinx's Rev around. Then we have Silence the Believers from Channel Fireball, 2 and 2 black, instant with Strive, 2 and a black, more to cast. Exile any number of target creatures and all auras on them. Wow! I don't think it's going to be ridiculous in Standard because it is a little expensive given that we have so much more effective removal, but if the gods actually start seeing play, this could definitely be a sideboard card, without a doubt. In EDH Commander, this card is ridiculous. It's a scalable card that exiles, and trust me, there are plenty of decks, Earl the Mistalker, Zur the Enchanter, Bruna, all use a lot of auras and powerful creatures. This is going to be an amazing card for EDH Commander. The art is just brutal. I'm surprised that they put something so brutal right in your face, but I love it. I think it's great. Adolin of the Great Revel is the last one for today. 2 red for a 2/2. Enchantment creature spirit. Whenever a player casts a spell with converted mana cost 3 or less, it deals 2 damage to that player. So I guess this is supposed to be a powerful card for burn because it prevents decks that are running Storm or Izzet builds that have lots of Gitaxian probes and really cheap spells they want to throw out. They take 2 damage for every spell. It's good. Pyrostatic Pillar we've had before, and I think that card's more effective, but this is a card that could potentially see play in Modern. I don't think it's nearly as good as people made it out to be. I don't think it's quite as powerful an Eternal card. It has potential, but I'm going to reserve my judgment on it until I see more about it, although I love the flavor. Xenagos Revel while Theros burned. So those are the spoilers for today. Definitely put your guys' thoughts down below in the description of the video. And if you enjoyed the video, tap the like button and stay tuned for more Journey into Nyx spoilers coming at you as soon as they come out. As always, Roxabox90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.